Summer always brings with it the promise of days full of light and warmth, where everyday worries seem to disappear, replaced by moments of pure connection with nature. The beach, with its paradisiacal setting, has always been seen as a refuge from the challenges of urban life. The crystal clear waters, the waves that gently break on the golden sand, the cool wind that caresses the face, and the relaxing sound of the sea have the power to transform a simple day into an unforgettable experience. It is as if by touching the water or simply letting yourself be carried away by the breeze, the body and mind enter a state of renewal, of pure tranquility. However, there is something deeper in a day at the beach, something that goes beyond aesthetics and the feeling of pleasure. There is an energy that attracts, that calls to itself those who wish not only to relax, but to reconnect with something more intimate. Something that many times gets lost in the whirlwind of routines. The soft voice of a narrator begins to tell us that a simple moment by the sea can reveal much more than just a day of leisure. It can be the milestone of a transformative journey, full of discoveries and unrevealed secrets, and it is in the setting where the sea and the sky meet that we are introduced to a figure who seems to perfectly integrate with her surroundings. Mikayla Demaiter, with her unique presence, arrives at the beach with a confidence that attracts everyone's attention. She is not just another person enjoying the summer. Her energy and posture convey a sense of someone who knows the power of this place and knows how to use it to her advantage. At first, she may seem like just another woman getting ready for a day in the sun. But there is something fascinating and mysterious about her attitude, something that begins to draw the attention of everyone around her as Mikayla approaches the sand. The camera follows her steps, capturing the lightness and grace with which she walks. Her every movement is like a dance with the environment itself, a subtle connection with nature. Her smile, discreet and at the same time enigmatic, reveals that she is not just there to have fun. Something bigger has brought her to this place. The sea, the wind, the sunlight, they all seem to conspire to create a unique and somehow magical atmosphere where Mikayla's presence is simply perfect. What happens when a person like Mikayla finds herself in front of something as simple and yet as grand as the sea? The tranquility of the environment is what marks the beginning of this story, but the feeling that something more is coming begins to take shape. What does the beach really represent to her? This seemingly ordinary summer day hides mysteries and tensions that will be gradually unveiled. And that is what attracts us, the promise of something unexpected which will make every minute of this day unforgettable. As Mikayla walks along the sand, the beach scene begins to transform from a simple leisure space to an emotional stage, where she begins to lose herself in the sensations that nature provides. Each step she takes on the warm sand is as if she were getting rid of something, perhaps a worry, or even a past that still haunts her. The sound of the waves crashing against the shore seems to intensify, creating a soundtrack that cradles her journey of self-discovery. The wind plays with her hair, while the reflection of the sun on the water gives the scene a feeling of lightness and freedom that is impossible to ignore. The water, now closer, calls to Mikayla. She walks slowly, feeling the dampness of the sea caress her feet. Each touch of the cool water is a release, a direct connection with the essence of summer, with nature. The tension in her body seems to dissolve, and the woman who had previously walked with a pensive look now smiles, taking in everything around her. Mikayla is not just a spectator of the scenery, she is part of it. The sea is not just an element of the landscape, it is an extension of her own being. Each wave that breaks on the sand brings her closer to something she does not yet fully understand, but feels deeply as she gets wetter, allowing the water to rise to her ankles. The landscape around her begins to fade away. The camera, which had been following her closely, now focuses on the small, almost imperceptible details. The glint of the water on Mikayla's face, the way the sunlight reflects off the surface of the waves, and the strands of hair that cling to her face. She seems to be in a trance, a state of complete immersion in the present moment. There is no rush, no external pressures, just the now, where each second becomes eternal. In this state of tranquility, Mikayla closes her eyes for a moment, almost as if she were absorbing the energy of the environment around her. But it is in this moment of apparent calm that something deeper reveals itself. What is Mikayla looking for here, in this seemingly endless blue expanse? What is the reason for her presence, so serene and yet so intense? The feeling that there is more than meets the eye begins to grow. In a brief moment of silence, in which even the sound of the waves seems suspended. Mikayla opens her eyes and looks at the horizon. Something in her gaze conveys the feeling that she is reflecting on more than just the simple pleasure of being there. The sea, which until then represented an escape, now seems to be the place where she finds something that needs to be understood. The gaze she casts into the infinite carries within itself an unanswered question, a mystery that only she knows and perhaps will never reveal. What could she have found in that perfect setting, and how will this moment on the beach impact her in the coming days? The answer, perhaps, is yet to come. This second act of Mikayla's journey to the beach is grounded in sensory and emotional experience, but it also serves as a prelude to something bigger. The beach isn't just a backdrop. It's a catalyst for internal change. She may only be beginning to explore this transformation, but the tension in the air is already palpable. Something is about to happen, something that goes beyond what meets the eye. As the day progresses and the sun begins to set, Mikayla, immersed in the experience of reconnecting with nature, finds herself surrounded by a vibrant atmosphere of friendship and celebration. This isn't just about being at the beach, it's about a state of mind, an internal journey of self-discovery and acceptance. The energy she exudes when interacting with others goes beyond appearance. Her confidence is infectious, and she seems to be the very embodiment of summer, a reflection of the freedom that comes with embracing who you are. She joins a small group of friends by the sea, laughing and sharing stories, but her presence transcends the moment. It's as if Mikayla is the balance point between the sky and the sea, the quiet force that brings everyone around her into a state of harmony. While everyone is enjoying the typical beach activities, frisbee, volleyball games, or simply walking along the water's edge, Mikayla is more in tune with her own being than with external distractions. She allows herself to be herself, without pressure, without masks, and this is reflected in her behavior, the way she moves, and the genuine smile she spreads. The swimsuit she chose, simple yet elegant, symbolizes much more than a fashion item. It is the expression of the confidence she carries within herself. The beach, in its vast beauty, reflects everything she represents: freedom, courage, and the unwavering acceptance of her own identity. She's not there to impress, but to live, to feel and to be, and this authenticity is what most catches the attention of those who observe her. Even with the curious eyes of those around her, Mikayla continues her day without caring about judgments. She owns her space, her energy, and no one can take that away from her. At one point, as she watches the group having fun, the camera captures an exchange of glances with someone who seems to be watching Mikayla from afar. This look, perhaps admiring, perhaps curious, could represent the reflection of what she conveys: a silent strength, a confidence that raises questions and those around her. It's not just about physical beauty. It's the beauty that comes from within, a beauty that reflects the true essence of someone who has found their peace. And at that moment, the camera focuses on Mikayla's face, on the subtle smile she offers to the world, as if to say, "I am who I am, and that's enough." As the sun begins to set, painting the sky in shades of golden orange, the sense of accomplishment and fulfillment becomes even more palpable. Mikayla sits on the sand, gazing out at the horizon, but now with an inner lightness that she may not have had when she first arrived at the beach. The day that began with a simple desire to enjoy summer has turned into a celebration of what it means to be true to yourself in every way. The confidence she has demonstrated, not only in her appearance, but in the way she lives and is herself, is the true culmination of this day. Mikayla needs nothing more than her authentic self to shine. In the end, Mikayla's day at the beach isn't just about having fun or enjoying summer. It's about finding a space where she can be fully who she is, where beauty isn't just on the outside, but in the confidence and authenticity that emanates from within. As she walks away from the beach with the sun already setting, there's a sense that Mikayla's journey is just beginning. She carries with her not only the spirit of summer, but a new vision of herself, and that's what truly makes this experience unforgettable.